warm and welcome to Project CB News. My name is Carlette, and our topic for today is gender-based violence. And I've got Tumi with me, who this topic is dear, very close to home for Tumi. So, Tumi, a warm and welcome to you.
Thank you for having me, and greetings to all your viewers.
So tell us a little bit about who you are.
Uh, I'm a South African citizen. My name is Bitumelo Mudimue. I was born in Everton. I grew up in Everton. I schooled around Vaal. So Vaal is my home. This is who I am, and I'm a farmer, and also I do community developments. That's basically who I am, and that's what I do.
Okay, so to me, you are so close at home. We also from the Vaal here, and the Vaal is a place very close to home.
It's not close to home, it is home.
It,
This
it it's definitely a home.
it cannot be closer to home. It is home, no matter how bad it looks, no matter how we have made it look. But it is home. We cannot shy away from it. Hence, we want to clean our home. We need to do this as Valiants, all of us. If you believe in 016, then this is our home. We need to fix it. So this is what. Sorry.
Yeah, so speaking of fixing, gender-based violence, it's not a topic, it's always a controversial topic. And speaking of fixing, you've got something close to your heart that you want to share with us.
Yes. It's not about this particular girl. It's about a whole lot of them. But this particular incident that happened, her name is Momemufuke. She was a 19-year-old that was invited to a party with friends. Uh, they had a good time. There was a pool there. They started swimming, and then somehow she got drugged, and they raped her. And then in the morning, she realized that she was raped and drugged, and she ran away. And then they fetched her from her house, took her back to the house where the party was, and they started accusing her for stealing the money. And she was like, "No, I did not steal the money. You guys raped me. I need to report you guys." They started beating her for the money she stole, allegedly. And then one of the guys put a plastic over her head, and she suffocated and died on the spot. So that shocked us, Uguti. So young kids uh could think of such things, could go an extra mile of actually raping another peer and drag her and beat her and then end up putting a plastic over her. You know, the thought process, it has to derive from somewhere, which is disturbing to us. So we as a community were so shocked to a point whereby we did not know what to do, because the same people that did this are the same people that we know. We live around them. So you are angry, you are mad, you are disappointed. You don't know what to do because these are all the people that you love that are turning against each other. So I don't know what's happening in the valley, in the air, that makes us believe we can take each other's lives, we can poison one another, we can rape one another. There's so many things that are happening that leads to death and unpleasant situations. So I believe that if everybody in the Vaal were to call themselves into order, it would be a better place.
To me, it's
Uh,
really unfortunate that a girl needs to lose her life. And I mean, you can take it both ways and say, yeah, she shouldn't have been there. You can put the blame on her as well, but um, we don't want to do that because at the end of the day, she is the victim. My
mm,
concern is, how does a society allow this to happen? It should not happen. There should be a safe environment. I mean, yes, there is alcohol that's part of a party and to have a nice time, but to go as far as to rape a girl and then to murder her, and I don't know if they got away with it, but the fact is it happened and it shouldn't.
Yes. I think it also comes from how we were raised and how we are taught at the street levels. This is a mental thing, because before you act, you must have some thought before you do something. So that thought, we need to deal with that thought before the action. Because I was taught when I was a child that nothing is a problem in life until you make it a problem. So smoking is not a problem. Drinking is not a problem. Partying is not a problem. The problem is the thought process. As you consume your alcohol, as you do these intakes, that process of thought, that's what we are against. What brings that thought? I think that's where we need to hit, because the action is it's an aftermath. But before the action, there is that process before the actual action. So if we can deal with that process, maybe we can find a breakthrough. Somebody out there is suffering from self-hate, from I don't know what it is, but we need to find it together. I mean, if I rape you and then you have parents, I have parents. So it's somebody's child that raped somebody's child. Now, as a parent of a suspect, am I proud to say I gave birth to a rapist? I gave birth to a murderer. So it pains both ways, because I don't believe there's a parent out there that's sitting and saying to a child, don't be a doctor, you must be a rapist, you must be a criminal, you must. I don't think there is. It's just pressure that came. I don't even want to blame witchcraft. I I I, I want to direct this to laziness. I think we are also lazy to think. I don't know. That's why we are trying to do this event, so people that knows can come and talk to us and say, you guys have a problem, because we don't think we have a problem in our community, but the actions that comes shows that we do have a problem. We already have plus minus five youth maybe that died from substance abuse to gender base.
To
So
me,
this is a problem.
yeah, it is a problem because the matter of the fact is, I know my parents raised me well. There's that moral
Hmm.
concern saying, you can do this and you don't do this. To be honest, I was brought up in a Christian home, and for those who's not even brought up in a Christian home, there's certain morals and values that you say you you don't force yourself onto a another person. You don't get drunk in public. You there's a certain streetwise kind of thing. When you do go to a party, don't leave your drinks
To drink
because
unattended. Yeah.
it's gonna get spiked. When you by accident leave it, you throw it away and say, "We'll take a new one." There's a certain streetwise as well that you as a person need to know. I think it's that underlying rules of society that and streetwise to say, okay, this is what I need to do. You don't go to a party alone; you go with friends. So my
Why should it be like that?
that's exactly it. Why should you, as a person, protect yourself against the
Society.
society because you don't know what you're gonna find there? Where is the times that a party is a party and everyone looks out for each other. Or you walk in the street. We don't even talk about being in having a party and you having a good time. You as a girl don't walk alone in the street because you don't know what's going to happen. Where's the times that you can walk alone in the street and you know you will be safe, irrespective? So the question that you are asking to me is that why is society allow or why how we as a community are allowing these perpetrators to roam about and they're sometimes getting away with it,
Yeah.
shifting the blame because they knew they were wrong. I mean, in this instance, they knew they were wrong, but now blaming blaming the victim for something else, just shifting the blame to a different scenario. There should be a mental illness that we need
Yeah,
to
then
address. If it's not a mental illness, it's the way that we have been brought up. And we as a society should call it out, or as the community should call it out and say, listen, you are wrong.
yeah, I think uh on the fact that we are brought up, I think everybody's brought up well.
Mm.
I think everybody is brought up well because as a child, you can only learn from what you see and what you feel. So we grew up seeing things, especially us who from the township. You can raise me very, very well. And you go to work to go work for me. Who do you leave me with? You leave me with society. I'm at the streets, I'm playing with other kids, they from different rules. You told me by 5 o'clock I must be at home. My peers 7 o'clock are still making noise outside. So I'm battling to understand why are you making me go home early while my friends who live next door can go home 7 o'clock. So those teachings now clashes with your teachings until I grow up and I'm liking this working late at night thing and their parents are not complaining. Why are you complaining as my parents? Now your child is having these questions by themselves. That does not mean you did not raise your child well. So your child was now convinced and pressured by the same society. So someone out there, if they're teaching their children wrong, they're overpowering your teachings. And why is it that? Again, why must all the good teachings, people who come from good homes, why are all the teachings are not combined together to overpower these bad teachings? Because it begins as friends as well. You can hear your friends when they lie, when they start lying about small things. Then it's our duty to say, Chomi, you are lying. No, 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 no. We did not go to that party. We just went to this party and that party we came back. These other ones you are just exaggerating to make your story fun, but you are lying. So our friends do allow us to give these white lies, and we grow up with these lies to a point whereby they consume us. But I don't believe that there is a parent out there that did not raise a child well or wish they could have better opportunities in life. Every parent wants what's best for their kids. They are just disappointed that their teachings were not good enough. Their teachings were overpowered by whatever. Sometimes it happens that you find that having pizza for you, it's nothing. But for me, it's a luxury. And I'm a girl. And then my father tells me pizza is expensive. And then a boyfriend who's from the wealthier family can buy me pizza within an instant. Now I'm comparing my boyfriend with my father. So I'm finding my father now useless because he thinks pizza is expensive. My boyfriend can buy 3 pizzas in one day and a McDonald's, and he does not complain. But my father finds this expensive, unnecessary, luxurious. So now what happens to the respect of the child? It walks away. When you put cabbage on the table, she's thinking about that McDonald's. And when I call and say, "Hey, don't you want to come out? Let's go somewhere." I'm gonna disrespect my parents at some point. I am gonna leave because out there there's better food, there's better whatever I think I'm not getting at home. So I think also The same community we're trying to protect is the same community that's allowing these things to happen. So the community must change its mind.
And that
I
is,
don't know if I'm...
yeah, you're making a lot of sense to me, because I think when a community stands up and say what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, and you call it out by name, that is when things are going to change. And this is exactly what you guys are up to, is calling it out for what it is, not beating
we,
around and say,
yeah.
it's this or that. It is gender-based violence. This is what happened. This is the truth, and we are now done with it. We don't want it in our environment or society or community, and you guys are calling it out.
I don't know if you heard, there was this petition about the sex offenders that's coming around, whereby they want people to have people's faces. So wherever we walk to the malls, we must have a board of all the sex offenders. Every store you walk in, there must be a face, there must be your name, until it hits you to say, I don't want to be on this board. I don't want to be labeled as this. Because you have a business, you don't know who to market anymore. Because I'm not sure, when you're trying to make a business, you are saying all the rapists must also come, all the murderers must come. So you don't know who's coming to your business. The same person that's buying your All Star, your Gucci, could be a murderer, could be buying your items with blood money. But how would you know, because you are in business? So it's a society thing. I cannot say there are no drugs in my community, whereas I know that my neighbor is selling drugs. I know very well my neighbor is selling drugs, but I'm complaining about people who are taking drugs. So
You need to go
we,
to,
we sorry.
I say you need to go to the root, and and speak to the root of the problem, which is then the drug, not the drug addicts, but the sellers. Because if they don't sell, you cannot buy. You know this.
And not even, um we can just create a culture. We don't have a culture that we can follow. If we create a culture that we can follow, everybody will be busy doing whatever it is that we need to do for the betterment of our communities. So it's all in the mind. It has nothing to do with this guy that's selling, this guy that's taking it. We have no leadership. People don't have role models anymore. You walk around the streets, um, you've been working for 20 years, let's say your neighbor's been working for 15 years. uh, all the parents in our communities have been working until they retire, but none of them would walk up to a store where all the unemployment youth is standing, and you know and just put a poster and say, at my workplace we are in need of cleaners, drivers, we need this and this. Then other one will say, where I work, we need qualified 1, 2, and 3. At the local shebeens where we all fill up, there's no single parent that would say, I made copies at work, they want people to come and work. Here's vacancies at my work, I'm putting it there, I'm not choosing anyone here, it's your choice. Local malls in our communities don't have notice boards whereby a child can walk up at the mall and see, oh, this store is looking for cleaners, this store is looking for cashiers. People just see people rock up every time there's a new somebody in the shop, there's a new somebody. People don't even have information where they can send their CVs. All they see is new people every day. And that thing also affects you mentally to say, am I ever gonna get a job? I'm getting old, I'm having kids, and this shop I've been buying here for 10 years is been hiring different people that don't even live in my community. So we need leadership, we need good role models, and role models should be our parents at home. And then we're gonna have a culture of looking out for each other. When we talk, we must always find opportunities for one another and say, I know you are good at this. My cousin knows people that do 1, 2, and 3. I should hook you up with them and then you go work. So we need to have the culture of looking out for each other, because it's pointless to open your Bible and say, or in prayer and say, Our Father. That word alone, our, who, you and who. You can't be specific and say, me and my friend. When you say our Father, then it means we are all family. You need to look at me as a brother. You need to look at me as a sister. You don't look at color because you just said our Father in heaven. So on earth, we are all looking up to our Father in heaven. How come we don't see each other as family, regardless of our color? So we do have a mental problem.
To me, it reminds me of a song from Mandisa, which she sings the song "Bleed the Same," where we all are one. It's
Yeah,
a Bantu thing for I feel you, and I want to. When something's happening with you, it happens with me as well, and that in itself is a thing of. I think we're really done with the it's you and them, and it's in that us is that community awareness, and we should not and be afraid to make it us, because in a unified when you unified it you can be so much stronger. When you speak alone, it's only you, it's one.
mm,
But if you have a friend, and that friend's got another friend, and you're more than just one person, it becomes a strong unity of voices speaking against
very,
what's happening in the Vaal at this moment.
that's very true. So so we need to call each other and then find a place where we can all meet and have this table. I know it's been said before, it's been said, but we cannot stop until we all hear it. Maybe we need someone else to say, because people want to hear things from whomever they want to listen to. So we'll find different people to speak until somebody hears us.
So let's talk about
But
this event, Tumi, where people can hear you. What is gonna happen?
since we are broke, we don't have money. We okay, but before we get into that, this girl was 19 years old
Hmm.
when she passed away. So I went to her family and asked, when's her next birthday? And they told me 13 October. So I was like, we still have time. Can we please have a birthday for her, but not a party, but some you know memory of, and then at the same time we want to apologize as a community, as boy kids, as boy men. We want to say we are sorry and this will never happen, not just to your child, uh, to every woman in our community. We as men here and boys are saying, no more. We standing up as Ward 28. We are standing up and saying, we as Jeff Mokoro Ward, we are not going to be rapists. We are not going to molest. We are not going to traffic anybody. We are staying away from all of these substance abuses and gender based. So it all starts with communities. So my community is Ward 28. So in Ward 28, we want to stand up and say, we are sorry. So people from other wards, from neighboring communities, would like you to come. Maybe if you are a professional speaker or psychologist, please come through, come talk to us. Maybe there's something that we are missing that we might hear from you. So we are just a community saying we are going to put ourselves together on a picnic vibe, so we can all bring our food, gazebos, whatever whatever you need for a picnic, bring that. And then we're going to have speakers speaking to us, telling us and showing us that the life that we are living, it's not as beautiful as we think it is, because we are hurting each other at the end of the day. Victims are direct and victims are indirect, because I was once also arrested, and I know how it feels like to see your parents in a courtroom, looking at you, hearing the deeds that you do at night while they are sleeping. So that's also a 10. So this event, it's all about all substance abuses and GBV, but it was erected by this incident that happened where this girl died so gruesomely. So it's a GBV awareness picnic sort of We need people to come through. Let us have this talks on the table. Let's break the ice. Let's find a culture of caring for one another where a community, a girl can walk semi-naked and we still admire her beauty. Because in Zulu cultures, people wear amapeshu, they walk around shirtless, to show the African pride. So that should be looked at as culture, as beauty, as nature, not perverted. So we need to remove the perversion from people. You cannot be scared to dress how you want to dress because somebody's going to rape you or somebody's going to have thoughts over how you dressed. Nothing should be an excuse for anybody to take force. So this event is all about the mental abuse more than it is a GBV. Because before GBV, you torture yourself by you thinking, Uti, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. I want it. I can have this one. That's abuse to the beautiful soul that you are ignoring the purpose that God brought you here for. You are abusing that. Maybe you're supposed to be something greater, but because you are thinking these devilish things, you are moving away from your actual self. You are moving away from your purpose. You find yourself lost to a point whereby you start doing things that are ungovernable, man, and unspoken of. This is a shocking things that we see. It's like we're living in a movie, and we don't want to be part of it.
Tumi, you are saying no more. Enough is enough. It's done. On the 13th of October, you guys are going to stand up for this girl saying, we are sorry for what has what this girl went through. It is actually unnecessary, but it happened, and you can't look away from it, or you can't shy away and say no. We want to ignore it, but at the end of the day, we want to acknowledge that we are at fault.
Yeah, true. We need help.
So with that in mind, Tumi, just quickly tell us, where is this event? What we need to bring with? What will it make, or what do you guys need from the community?
From our community, we need us to see each other as human beings, and that is not for sale. What I need cannot be bought. What I need for my community is not for sale. I just need people to say, that's my sister, that's my brother. I'm gonna look out for this one. I have your back. That's the simplest thing I need for my community. But if you want to, in terms of what you want to bring, if you come to the event, think about how you, when you go to a picnic, what would you have to keep yourself entertained and comfortable? It's gonna be sunny. You're gonna need a gazebo. You're gonna need your refreshments. You're gonna need your food. If you don't want to bring your own, there will be people on site selling food, because the event is Beverly Hills, around the police station of Beverly Hills. It's either it's going to be on the police side of things or the garage, but it's the same place next to police station. 8 o'clock, we're starting our campaign walk, and it's going to be a 2 hour walk. Then we come back and we listen to the speakers speak and giving us direction on how to better ourselves. And then while they do that, people will sit and eat and drink their drinks and eat. And then later on around 7, and then we can all go home. And those that want to remain for the after parties, they will do so at the local taverns and so forth. But we will be done with the work of the day. So if you're thinking, if you're a business and you're thinking of the victims, victims could be young as primary kids. This is where young kids are being damaged. So please, you can buy a child a shirt, you can buy a child a school shoe, something that would motivate a child to go to school. It could be a bag, it could be stationery, anything that they can hold on to and say, I look at this as my key to fight whatever it is that the situation I'm under. If it's poverty, it will be a good sign if you give a child a notepad and a pen and say, write your life stories. One day you're gonna be somebody. That's all I need people to bring. That mentality, that thought to say to somebody, I've been where you've been, you are gonna be all right. And for me to say this is because I know somebody that can help you. So weekends, try to find 1, 2, and 3, 50 rand taxi, come to this place, we will help you. And to help somebody is to find the interest. Find someone's interest and work on their interest. If you find the interest and you work on it, chances are they won't be lazy to come tomorrow. Because we all know that people don't like reading, people don't like school. That's why they drop out of school. So let's find an interest. What are they interested in? If you leave school, what are you interested in? Whatever it is, let's work on it and we will see the change.
Tumi, our time is almost up. So a quick one. Let's quickly recap. It's going to be on the 13th of October, a picnic from 8 o'clock. There will be a 2-hour walk. 7 o'clock is time to go home in the evening. You can bring your picnic snacks, and there will be speakers speakers that will teach you guys, and there will be people selling as well food. So if you don't want to bring a picnic basket or something, you can find food at the event as well. And it's going to be at Beverly Hills, there around about the police station. So if you want to give donations, you're more than welcome to bring your donations, either with money or maybe a T-shirt or something that a person would really need as well. So the last question from my side to me is, can people phone you?
Yes. People can phone me.
Okay, so quick one, give a shout out on your phone number, and then we'll have to wrap up.
Okay. Bitumelo Mudimue. My number is 065-812-5773. My alternative number is 072-513-9407.
And there you
Those,
is.
no, I said that's it. I almost gave my email.
Oh no, numbers, I think it's good enough. So that's where you can find Tumi. Please go and support this event. They do say enough is enough. We want to enhance our mental wellness as well. We don't want to have all these negative things in our environment and society and community. And they definitely do this um, event for the victim that we just heard about. It's in appreciation of her life. And there will be many more events to just celebrate actually the victims' lives and say, although it has been, although we've lost you, there's something good coming out of this.
Yeah, there should be. In Afrikaans, in closing, there's a say, there's a grap is a klap op iemand se sterre, maar die is nie 'n grap.
That is in closing. Well said in Afrikaans, Tumi. I love your Afrikaans. So remember, you need to be kind to people. We need to be good. And thank you so much, Tumi, for your time. Much appreciated. And we really hope that this event will change the community as well.